All right, our next exercise is a one leg box squat here. Okay, start them down low, make sure they're on the floor. Okay, where you see weight, it's my hands, but the weights aren't necessarily to challenge it to make it more um, hard necessarily, but it's a counterbalance. We just have to pay attention to how we're moving their arms. So once we get them set, make sure again, toes facing forward. Okay, we're building roots in the ground, we're staying nice and tall. I want to make sure that I load the hip on the side that I'm going. From there, I want to lead and get my hips back and behind as my arms shoot straight up in front of me. Slowly lower down, pull yourself back up. You notice on the way down, the plates act as a counterbalance ahead of me. And as I pull myself up, I can swing my arms to my side and it helps kind of shoot me up in the air. Okay, make sure again, if you hear the kids sitting down and it's loud, their bodies jolt, we need to tell them to think about being soft. Eccentric training is huge, especially when we talk about the quads and the knee for a change of direction and reducing the likelihood of ACL injuries. But we got to make sure again, okay, if we want a true eccentric, it should be slow and controlled on the way down. Okay, as we go from there. Now, if that's starting to get pretty easy from people, they can hold the weight on their chest, so on and so forth. But this is a great progression from here. All right, so now we're going to show you an advanced version of the one leg squat to a box. Now we're on top of the box, squatting to the ground. Okay, so to start it off, I can start with a box even lower than this. This is about a 12-inch box. I want to think about, hey, I could go to a 6-inch, a lower box that we did with our depth drops. From there, to make it a little bit easier to check where I'm at, I'm going to point my toe to the ground. That's going to allow a little bit more range of motion, okay, from my foot to touch it quickly. Okay, as we go through again, raise the arms, stay nice and tall. Hips should be back and behind. If I want to make it a little harder, pull the toe up, try to get heel to the ground. Okay, I'll show you from the side real quick. You should see the hips coming back behind. If you start to see that the knees go way over toes, a lot of times the case is that we're not getting our hips back behind. Our hips are kind of crashing down and our knees shooting forward. So make sure we're sitting back and behind. Okay, the last thing I want to touch on very quickly, notice knee position. A lot of my females, a lot of my young girls, okay, volleyball and others, I'll start to see if as we come down, they'll see that knee start to knock in. Okay, that's no good. We want to make sure, give them a little guidance, okay, help on the inside of that knee, make sure that knee is getting out. Okay, knee should be out, push